Oh hey, if you're a DIYer with big dreams that sometimes turn into huge nightmares, this episode is for you. Welcome back to a very special and very sad episode of Laugh Cry DIY. I am your host, Katie. Every week on my channel, I do DIYs, I do thrift flips, I do room makeovers, I do all sorts of fun things in the decor world. And many times people have asked me, Katie, is there ever a project that you have started that you couldn't finish or that you didn't do because it just became too much? And the answer is yes. So today I'm gonna tell you the very sad, very tragic story of the project that never was. And to do that, let me introduce you to today's very special guest star. This piece of furniture. Now to get into this, let's rewind almost 2 years ago. I was walking around my neighborhood one day and I saw a jumble of furniture on the street, which is very normal, and I saw a piece that I absolutely loved. And I said, that's really cool, I'm sure that won't be there tomorrow. And the next day I passed it on the street and the whole furniture pile was smaller. And the next day I walked by and it was even smaller. And finally by the end of the week, the only thing standing in this pile was this piece. And when I saw her standing there alone, I literally gasped because I thought, this is a dream piece of furniture in my dream home. And as we know, if you're a thrifter, if you're a curb furniture rescuer, sometimes you want to let the gods give it to the right person. But this was standing there alone, and I knew that winter was coming, and it was possible that she could get ruined just staying there on the street. And so, at 10 p.m. at night, I got my toolkit, I went, I disassembled her, I called my boyfriend. Together, we hand-carried walked this piece back to our apartment. It was not gonna fit in the apartment. We put it in the storage room. We went and borrowed a truck. I had him strap this into that truck. It didn't really fit, it was kinda iffy, and drove it 30 miles to my mom's house. Together, we moved it into this garage. As we were carrying it in, my boyfriend got stung in the neck by a wasp at night. And I said, don't worry, I'm actually gonna flip this piece. I'm gonna sell it for thousands of dollars, and then I will take us on a vacation so that we always remember the time you got stung in the neck by a wasp. And I called my mom and said, Mom, there's a big piece of furniture in your garage, but don't worry, it'll be there for a month, maybe 2 months. And then we know how things go. Life happens, projects happen, makeovers happen, summer happens, winter, fall, spring, and suddenly here you are almost 2 years later until finally she issues you the ultimatum of get it out of my garage or I'm putting it out myself. And tragically, the choice I have to make today is to get this thing listed and sold and out of the garage. This is probably very relatable. If you guys are lucky enough to have a garage, you probably have pieces you thought you were gonna flip one day, things you thought you were gonna restore, heirlooms you thought you were gonna piece back together, and sometimes it just doesn't work out and you have to let it go. So today, you guys are gonna join me as I reassemble this piece, take photos, talk about the tragedy of this breakup, and generally process our grief together. And the truth is, this is a beautiful piece of furniture. It should be used, it should be loved. So I'm gonna reassemble this and explain to you why this is such an incredible piece. And let's see if I did save the hardware correctly. This was in a grandma's house for a long time, and I know that when she passed away, they put her stuff on the street. And you might be wondering, why is this so impressive? Because it's currently covered in like glued on doilies, floral contact paper, but this is actually an incredible piece because it is a pristine mid-century hutch that actually features my favorite thing in the world. Guys, it's faux bamboo. Ugh, I love faux bamboo furniture. It's like mid-century. It can also be very Hollywood Regency. It's incredible. These are glass front bamboo pieces. In my dream world, I would be storing my rainbow colored glass collection, which I am starting to collect, but I guess this is just not the time in my life to have that. So I gotta get these doors on. I will tell you this. Some things are such a pain in the ass to break down that you actually remember how to reassemble them because you were so traumatized from having to break them down alone at 10 a.m. at night on the street. You guys, every piece I'm putting back on, I really want to cry. This faux bamboo has pictures of bamboo painted on it. Very meta, bamboo on bamboo. Guys, look how cute the little handles are. Oh. I will tell you right now, this one's for the girls who can put cabinet doors back on by contorting themselves into very precarious positions. Now, I will tell you my original plan for this. It was to actually clean it up and paint it in a like candy colored high gloss, like lacquer kind of vibe. I'm absolutely obsessed with faux bamboo lacquered furniture. There are incredible companies that specialize in just redoing old furniture into like incredible candy colored lacquered pieces. And I thought that's exactly what I would do. But number one, I didn't have the space for this. Number two, it would be an incredible amount of work. And I have a lot of patience and tenacity, but because it's faux bamboo, you would have to sand into these incredibly fine details. You'd have to prime it well, no drips. And if you're doing high gloss or lacquer, then you need to make sure it's like incredibly fine sanded, and that is so much work to do without like basically any sort of machinery or like other tools to do it. But imagine this in like a peacock blue lacquer. Whew. Don't threaten me with a good time. Honestly, so far I will tell you, it is a miracle that this piece is in such good condition. Look, it's incredible. It's so incredible. Now, if you guys want to make me feel better, because honestly almost nothing will, please comment below. Tell me of a project that you super failed at, or like the one thing you thought you were going to do that you did not end up doing, because it's so hard to admit defeat when you have a really strong ego. But I will say this is not a total loss, because at least I did save it from a landfill, because it would have gotten really messed up on the streets if nobody saved it. So I will consider myself its foster mother until it finds its real mommy or daddies. Shout out to my mom for letting this live here as long as it did. But when I first brought it in and the first time she saw it, she saw these doilies and she said, "Oh, cool, I see that you've already started adding your touch to it." She thought the doilies were what I had added. Do you even know me, Mom? Oh, jeez. Is this a good idea? I don't know. These pants are not stretchy enough for this. Oh my God, stay, please. This sucks. Oh, I know, I'm an idiot who picked this piece up, thinking I would be able to lacquer it myself. Are you kidding? I still do want to do a lacquer project in the future, but maybe like a mirror or something more tolerable. Oops, I forgot to insert the shelves and they kind of won't fit, but I'll let the people know they exist. Now, as if she wasn't already beautiful, she also has a working light inside. And if you guys know, I collect uranium glass, and my dream would have been to have a black light inside so that when I turned it on, the uranium glass in here would glow. But really, here she is in all her raw glory. Now, I don't actually know the furniture mark on this. I have found the identical one online, and actually originally it had balls on the top, kind of chinoiserie style. So I don't know the original maker. All I know is that it's beautiful. I know that I will not be the one to make her over, but I'm gonna contact some people, find out who might want her, and hopefully she will find the home she loves. And I hope ultimately that all of us can forgive ourselves for the projects that never were, the restorations that never happened, and the space that is taken up by pieces that you're never gonna touch. So if there's a moral to this story, just, you know, donate the thing that's sitting there. It'll clear up space in your life for more projects. And I will say that in the interim, someday I'm gonna have a faux bamboo, like smaller bar cabinet, and then I'll wire that with black light. I'll have my mini collection in there, and we're all gonna be okay eventually. But today, we send her love, I send you guys love. Why is this cheesy? We're gonna break up, and we're all gonna move on and find better things in our futures. Okay, love ya, bye.